Good evening, friends. Welcome to the PANSIGHT webinar. Right away, let us start with the slideshow. Today's topic, 7 types of stupidity. Somebody has unmuted. Please keep your microphone muted. Some of my friends, I received mixed reaction from some of my friends. Some of them, after reading the title, they said, yeah, title is good. I like it. Some people said, I don't like the title. So I'm curious to find out your reaction. If you like it, put L in the chat box. If you don't like it, put D in the chat box. L if you like it, D if you don't like it. Okay, L. Okay. Thank you. Stupid and idiot. They are synonyms. They mean the same thing. Einstein's quote, very profound. His wisdom is packed in this quote. 2 things are infinite: the universe and the human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. Einstein says that he is not sure whether the universe is infinite, but he is absolutely sure. And I think that he formed that opinion after coming to USA. Okay? He escaped from Hitler's that one and he came to USA. The same thing, I agree with Einstein. After coming to USA, my goodness, I was under the illusion people in USA are intelligent, westerners, സായിപ്പാണ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ വലിയ വിവരമാണെന്നൊക്കെ. സ്റ്റുപ്പിഡിറ്റിയുടെ ഒരു ആൾ രൂപമാണ്. സ്റ്റുപ്പിഡിറ്റിയുടെ പേഴ്സോണിഫിക്കേഷൻ ആണ് മെജോറിറ്റി ഓഫ് അമേരിക്കൻസ്. മെജോറിറ്റി. My mission is entertain. Definitely, you will be entertained. You will be enlightened. You will get a lot of insight and that will empower you. No doubt about it. Always my webinars are based on facts, stories, and quotations. There are numerous books on stupidity. I am going to show you only 3 titles. The Psychology of Stupidity. Idiots everywhere. Some people are amazingly stupid. The Book of Stupid Questions. Stupid question. I'll give you one example. I told you the Americans, how stupid they are, if you want to know. When I saw a patient, there are many. One example. When I saw a patient, he was having pharyngitis, sore throat. So I advised him, okay, warm salt water gargling 2 or 3 times a day. Please avoid cold foods and cold drinks till the pain is gone. Avoid cold foods and cold drinks till the pain is gone. Do you know what he asked? Can I eat ice cream? Are you convinced? Stupid question. Then I couldn't resist the temptation to say that you are stupid. I found it difficult, but still I said that with a serious expression. I said, if the ice cream is hot, yes, no problem. If the ice cream is hot, no problem. Then, yeah, I get it, doc. Okay. Definition of stupidity. Words or deeds. Actions. Deeds means actions that lack rational thinking, logical thinking, or good judgment or sound judgment. Is this definition clear? Yes, it is my own definition. Okay, it is my own definition. So is it clear? Because my whole talk is based on this one. Is it clear? Then put C in the chat box. Because I reviewed the definition, Webster's dictionary, that dictionary, Cambridge dictionary, and all those things. Something was missing. So I coined my own definition. Thank you, Shanmurayeshwari. No amount of evidence will persuade an idiot. Mark Twain. Even if you show all the evidence, the tens of that one, still ഇല്ല. മലയാളത്തിൽ അതിനാണ് ഒരു saying ഉണ്ട്, ചങ്കെടുത്ത് കാണിച്ചാലും ചെമ്പരത്തി പൂവെന്ന് പറയും. കാണിക്കുന്ന ചങ്കാണ്, അത് ചെമ്പരത്തി പൂ. കേട്ടാ എവിഡൻസ്. കുടലെടുത്ത് കാണിച്ച അത് വാഴനാര്. Is Kerala God's own country or idiot's own country? You don't have to answer it now. Okay, I have posed a question. By the end of this session, you will come with a clear answer. Question is Kerala God's own country or idiot's own country? Remember that. Seven types of stupidity. Pure stupidity, ignorant stupidity, ego-driven stupidity, fish out of water stupidity, overthinking stupidity, Dunning-Kruger stupidity, and emergent stupidity. Have you heard these different types? If no, put N in the chat box. Because I want to know whether. No, okay, Dr. Shaji, promptly. Because I myself was not aware of these seven types. Okay, so I'm not lying because I didn't know. I knew some 2 or 3, but subsequently, when I started reading and doing the research, then I found these different types of stupidity. How do you diagnose pure stupidity? The correct action is obvious. The person knows it, and they still do the opposite. Without any justifiable reason, it is not due to lack of knowledge. Do you want me to give a real example? If you want me to give an example, put yes in the chat box. I will give you a real example. Okay, Shaji ji. Okay, good. Thank you, Shaji ji. Anybody else? Okay, well done, ji. And Shaji ji would agree. Dr. Santosh would agree. We are doctors. Doctors, we know that alcohol abuse will lead to liver failure, cirrhosis, and early death. So it's not lack of knowledge. But Shaji ji, some of our own juniors and seniors, they died of alcohol abuse. So is it pure stupidity? Agreed? Pure stupidity. And people know that cigarette smoking is not lack of awareness, but they indulge in that one. Junk food, eating junk food is not good for health. Every Malayali knows it's not good for health. But in Kerala, 40 years back, I know because I was there at that time. In Trivandrum, there were only 4 or 5 bakeries. Now, how many bakeries are there in Trivandrum? Put a number. How many bakeries in Trivandrum right now? Do they sell healthy food or junk food? Roughly, how many? I don't know why. Venolji. You don't know the number? What about our Jay Chandranji, no idea, rough, junk food. No. Jay Chandranji in Perurkada, just 13 years back, when I was coming from Nedumangadu to Trivandrum, there was some traffic congestion, so the bus was moving slowly. I was in the transport bus. And within some 400 meters, there were 13 bakeries. 13 bakeries in that Perukada junction, selling all sorts of junk food, salty or sweet, jalebi, mixture, murukku, cake. Is there a lack of awareness, knowledge? Prabhuda, that is junk food. They watch the TV, they read the newspaper, they read the magazine, everything. But in Pujapura Junction, 8 shops. Okay, thank you. So in Trivandrum, easily 200 from 4 or 5 multiplied. It is not lack of knowledge. That is pure stupidity. So I've given you 2 examples of pure stupidity. Then ignorant stupidity. What is it? They don't know, and they don't know that they don't know. They don't know, and they don't know they don't know. But the good thing about the ignorant stupidity is, when you tell them, hey, that is wrong, and explain, they don't have any ego. They will change. They won't resist. Ignorant stupidity people, they are ready to change their mind, change that one. That is ignorant stupidity. Diagnostics of ignorant stupidity, if you give them the missing information, does the stupid vanish instantly? If yes, it is ignorant stupidity. So far, how do you find the session? Very enjoyable? If it is enjoyable, put E in the chat box. So I have shared 2 types of stupidity. Okay, Dr. Shajiji. 2. Ini undanchannam. Ini undanche. Okay. Ego-driven stupidity. Aha! Refusing to admit ignorance or acknowledge mistake while trying to rationalize the stupid behavior. Is it common or uncommon in Kerala? If it is common, put a C. If it is uncommon, put U. It's an interactive session. I want you to think. Okay, common. Okay, common. Sanalkumarji. That is in Malayalam, it is called Nyayigaranam. Follow me? Nyayigaranam. If something is brought to the attention of the chief minister, Ottapetta Sambhav. Do you follow me? Ottapetta Sambhav. Anything they try to rationalize. That is ego. We don't allow them to admit, oh, sorry. They won't acknowledge, they won't admit, they will try to rationalize. They will do the same thing again and again. They won't change. Is Kerala God's own country? Idiot's own country? We are coming to that one. Okay, now I am giving you adequate examples and you have also agreed. Okay. Ego-driven stupidity is ഞാൻ മറ്റേ ആ തറവാട്ടി ജനിച്ചവനാണ് കേട്ടാ ആ തറവാടാണ് തറവാട്. Am I right? തറവാട്. That is why old that Vaikam Mohammed Rashid's novel added, എന്റെ ഉപ്പൂപ്പായ്ക്ക് ഒരു ആന ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഉപ്പൂപ്പയ്ക്ക് തന്നെ ആന. ഇയാൾക്കൊന്നുമില്ല, ഇയാൾ തെണ്ടി നടക്കുകയാണ് റോട്ടിൽ. But still, he is a brag about എന്റെ ഗ്രാൻഡ് ഫാദർ ആന ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. Ego-driven stupidity. Rule-based stupidity. Rule-based stupidity is when a person follows a rule, protocol, or procedure, even when it is obviously inappropriate for the situation. Rules are not. Long time back, Achyutam Menon. Achyutam Menon is a person, very sensible person. When an issue was brought to his attention about some rules and regulations, and his comment was, അത് ഇരുമ്പൊലക്കല്ല. അത് ഇരുമ്പൊലക്കല്ല. Roy MC എങ്ങനെയുണ്ട്? അല്ലേ കറക്റ്റ് അല്ലേ? That is not something so rigid. You have to. The same way, വേറെ long time back ഒരു writer, പുള്ളി പറഞ്ഞിരുന്ന അഭിപ്രായം ഇരുമ്പൊലക്കല്ല. Shaji may be able to remember the name of that author. Shaji
C.V. Kunjaram.
Ah, yes. Who said that?
Ravindranath.
Okay, good. C.V. Kunjaraman. Aiprayam irumbulakalla. But people with a rule-driven that one, no, they won't change. Another interesting real-life story I'm going to tell you. The government of Kerala, they instituted what you call the pension or compensation for fishermen if they die. If they die, only requirement is the family, they should produce the death certificate. Eligible for some 100 rupees or something like that. I'm talking about this happened, this incident, real incident, 42 or 43 years back, when I was working as a tutor in the medical college service, and my boss was Dr. P.P. Joseph, and he told me that incident. He was at that time deputy superintendent of medical college hospital. This is what happened. One fisherman, when he went to catch fish in the sea, his boat capsized and he died. So accidental death. So obviously, postmortem. Body was released after postmortem. Now when she applied for the pension, the Tahsildar, death certificate, a medical doctor death certificate. She said, "Ide ullu, marichu fully. Death certificate illa pension kittathilla." You follow me? Rule based. That guy is rule based. This person is dead, and she was going from pillar to post. ഒരു 3-4 മാസം കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് it so happened she came to medical college superintendent office. That day superintendent was on leave, so Dr. P.P. Joseph was the acting superintendent. My boss, Dr. P.P. Joseph, a person with a lot of compassion, lot of common sense, a person always willing to help others, and he saw that poor lady that is standing in front of him. Pension kittanayit. PPO sir immediately took a paper and he wrote that one to the Tahsildar, who denied, who refused to. Postmortem is done on dead bodies, and if a person is not dead after postmortem, that person will be dead. So I certify that this person I certify that this person is dead. Is it funny, interesting, Roy MCG? So that rule based. My goodness. And another incident, AG's office. I don't know whether that rule is still prevalent. That if somebody goes on abroad on what you call some leave, vacation, and not leave, on leave, study leave, or some kind of leave from service, while in service, every 6 months, that person has to send a live certificate. Did you know that, Shaji ji? A live certificate. If he has gone to England or America or wherever it is, or engineer or doctor, live certificate. So that they will keep that post for him. If there is no life certificate, they can promote somebody else to occupy that position, fill that position. And one doctor who went to England, this also Dr. P.P. Joseph. I came to know about this one from. Okay, thank you, Rajeshwari. One doctor, that is after 7 months, that is, he didn't send the life up. He sent the life certificate 2 or 3 times. He was there for 2 years. Then he was trying to come back. So 7 months after that, last certificate, he came back and he joined, and he was not getting the salary. He was asked to go to the AG's office. So he went to the AG's office and he saw that person in the Shambalam. നിങ്ങളുടെ ലൈഫ് സർട്ടിഫിക്കറ്റ് കിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ല. അപ്പോൾ പുള്ളി പറഞ്ഞു, ഞാൻ വന്നില്ലേ, ഞാൻ ലൈവാണല്ലോ, വന്നല്ലോ. ഇല്ല, നിയമം പറയുന്നത് നിങ്ങളുടെ ലൈഫ് സർട്ടിഫിക്കറ്റ്, യു മസ്റ്റ് ഗെറ്റ് എ ലൈഫ് സർട്ടിഫിക്കറ്റ് ഫ്രം വേർ യു വർക്ക്. പുള്ളി പറഞ്ഞു, don't you think that is ridiculous? If I ask that person, what will they think about? That is 6 months back I was alive. I am asking that person, saying that, okay, give a certificate saying that I was alive 6 months back. And still that person was insisting on that one. Then he went one step higher up. And that person also said, അത് നിയമം അങ്ങനെയാണ് സാറേ, എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും, നമുക്ക് റൂൾസ് നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ ഇത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. Then he ended up writing to that hospital in England, saying that here they are, I know that this is ridiculous, but they want a life certificate, so could you please send a life certificate, that is, I was walking there, I was alive. പിടികിട്ടിയോ? റൂൾ ബേസ്ഡ് ഇങ്ങനെ കുറേ ആശാന്മാരുണ്ട്, കുറേ പേരുണ്ട്. അത് കൂടുതൽ എവിടെ നിന്നറിയാം? കേരളത്തിലാണ്. ഇതെല്ലാം നോക്കിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. നിയമത്തിന്റെ വള്ളി പുള്ളി അത് വിട്ടിട്ടില്ല എന്നുള്ളതൊക്കെ. Overthinking is stupidity. If the person thought less, would they act correctly? If yes, it is overthinking. Some people, they seek more information, more facts to take a decision. Then what happens? Paralysis. Too much of information. What will happen if I do this way, that way, this way? Overthinking stupidity. You must have heard the old story. That is a cat and a fox. They were walking in the jungle. പൂച്ചയും ഒരു നരിയും. ഫോക്സിന് എപ്പോഴും പറയുന്ന കണ്ണിങ് ആണെന്നാണല്ലോ. ഫോക്സ് ഇസ് വെരി വെരി കണ്ണിങ്. the fox asked the cat, if you see a hunter, ഒരു ഹണ്ടർ ഇപ്പൊ വരികയാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ what will you do? പൂച്ച പറഞ്ഞു, ഞാൻ നേരെ മരത്തി അങ്ങ് ചാടി കയറും. അത് മാത്രമേ അറിയാവൂ. പൂച്ച പറഞ്ഞു, എനിക്ക് അതേ അറിയാവൂ. അങ്ങനെയല്ല, ഒന്നിൽ ചത്തതുപോലെ കിടക്കണം, അല്ല എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഇതിലെ കൂടെ ഓടണം, ഓടിയിട്ട് വഴിക്കണം, അതല്ല എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അങ്ങോട്ട് പോകണം. ഒരു 4 or 5 ways a hunter showed up. പൂച്ച അടുത്ത മരത്തി ചാടി കയറി. ഈ ഫോക്സ് വാസ് തിങ്കിങ്, ഏത് എടുക്കണം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഓവർ തിങ്കിങ്. It didn't do anything. Paralysis. It didn't do anything. It didn't run away. It stood still. Is it clear? So that is what overthinking. Here the shopping, when people go for buying a car. My goodness. Some people, they spend 1 to 2 months. പെണ്ണ് കാണാൻ പോകുന്നു. ഷാജിജി, you know that is. സൽകുമാർ ഒരു 3 മാസം ഒരു 10-20-30 കണ്ടിട്ട് അവസാനം ഒരു തീരുമാനം എടുക്കാതെ കല്യാണം കഴിക്കാതിരിക്കും. Am I right? വേണമെന്നാർജി. Some people ഇങ്ങനെ പെണ്ണ് കാണുന്നതോടെ കാണുക. And now again, admission again. What course should you take? Engineering, either civil engineering, or electronics, or marine engineering, or medicine kind of specialty, dermatology, gynecology, thoroughly confused. Am I right? If I am right, put R in the chat box. These days, the parents, grandparents, they are all completely because of overthinking. Okay, Roger Angie. That's what is happening. Then they go to a counselor. What does that counselor do? He doesn't know anything about counseling. Title is counselor. He'll tell you, value that is 22 lakhs and 32 lakhs. He is a man who informs you about the fee structure. Is that counseling? Is that counseling? Counseling should be to find out whether this particular course matches, that is a suitable one for that student. There's no counseling. Stupidity. Okay. Dunning-Kruger stupidity. Confidence without competence. They overestimate their ability. It makes the Dunning-Kruger stupidity people arrogant. Is it clear? Am I right? Because some people, they overestimate their ability. They are mediocre. Thank you. They are average. Okay, but they think that is very high about themselves. Inflated overestimation. They become arrogant. They don't succeed in life. They wonder why. Because of the DKS. Dunning-Kruger stupidity. Emergent stupidity. Emergent stupidity occurs when a group of intelligent individuals acting together produce outcomes far dumber than any one of them would produce alone. This is not emergency. Emergent, that is what comes out of. A group of intelligent people trying to solve a problem, most probably, they won't be able to solve the problem. They keep on discussing a committee, then subcommittee. A committee, the moment you appoint a committee, and if the number is more than 3, forget about it. They will never be able to arrive at a decision. Am I right, Vilashnaji? The committee, the size, more number, then they're all intelligent people. Yeah, too many cooks spoil the broth. That is the emergent stupidity. And this person, sometimes they'll think that, okay, that person is thinking, he may be right. Oh, he may be right. He's a PhD and he's a professor. They won't be critical. Everyone is intelligent. The group becomes paralyzed. Bystander effect. Outcome, nothing gets done. Typical example. You want to know the typical example? How many of you have seen the movie Onion? Vikram acted in that movie, Onion. Have you seen the movie Onion? If you have seen that movie, even now in the real life, okay, Vilasaji, real life, if somebody collapses on the road, a busy road, somebody collapses and falls, there are many onlookers. They will think that person will go and help. Oh, this person will call the 911 ambulance. Nothing happens. Bystander effect. The same thing at the Padmanabha Swami temple that few years back, one guy drowned and hundreds of people are watching. Nobody. That is a bystander effect. Is it clear? That is the group. That is stupidity, emergent stupidity. So far, is it interesting? If it is interesting, put I in the chat box. This is a vast topic. Each stupidity I can give easily 10 examples, but we don't have the time. So I have given you 1 or 2 just to stimulate your thinking. Thank you, Santoshi. This is the hottest news just yesterday. This Bhaskar Savani, Arun Savani brothers, they're convicted for committing fraud. One is a dentist. He opened many clinics in 3 or 4 states. And the fraud, Medicaid fraud, billing, and millions of dollars, the federal government money. And now both are going to face the first person 420 years imprisonment, the other person 415 years. Is it not stupidity? What motivated? Greed. Greed is a very powerful emotion. Rational thinking goes away. P. Chidambaram, former finance minister, Harvard graduate. Fraud. He is on bail. Do you know that? He is on bail. So no lack of this one. That is again pure stupidity also. Am I right? That comes under pure stupidity. He knows. He was the finance minister, PMLA, money laundering, or everything. He knows. But he did that. Now, are you convinced that stupidity is just like that? It is very rampant worldwide. This is my own quote. Stupid parents and grandparents will raise stupid kids. Kids will acquire stupid mindset. Simple example. Giving a smartphone to a 1-year-old kid. Is it a stupidity? If it is stupidity, put S in the chat box. Stupidity. Want that screen addiction, then it will harm the vision. Won't be interested in studies. Soon it will become an addiction. And you know, in Kerala, some kids, they committed suicide when the parents refused to get the smartphone. My own neighborhood in Trivandrum, 13 years back, one of my neighbor's son, a 12-year-old kid, he committed suicide because he was not given the smartphone. His brother was given a smartphone and he was not given a smartphone. Everything stupidity. Parents. Children also become stupid. Parents eat junk food, children also will eat junk food. And all sorts of health problems. Being a medical doctor, I'm sure that Shaji, Dr. Santosh, you would agree. Significant number of health problems, obesity, and the children, that's because of the stupidity occurred from poor parenting, poor grandparenting. As my own quote, idealists are idiots. Real world, idealism, you cannot be practical. Be practical. Garibi hatao. Do you think that is possible? Is it possible? Idealism, impossible. Even in USA, there are millions of poor people. And now, every day when I drive, I see a traffic intersection with a placard, homeless, shelterless, asking for begging. So, Garibi Hatao, richest country, they are all bragging. No. Idealism? No. Corruption free? Do you think that corruption free is possible? Even in China, there is corruption. Communist country. Idealism. That is your one guy. One guy idealism. I won't name. SSLC first rank, pre-degree first rank, B.Tech first rank, IAS first rank. He is in the IAS officer. And how many transfers? More than 30 transfers. Suspended from service several times. Idealism. He is against corruption. He will go only by the law, rules, everything. Am I right? If I am right, put R in the chat box. Already one person has identified. correctly.
എന്നെ കാണുന്നുണ്ട് പാളയം തൊട്ട് ഞാൻ ചേസ്
So,
കണ്ടില്ല പക്ഷേ ഞാൻ കണ്ടിട്ട്
So-
മാത്രം കളഞ്ഞു വണ്ടർഫുൾ
so
ജോലി ഒന്നര
somebody has unmuted. Please keep your microphone muted. So, literacy and stupidity both are high. Both are high. So, pure literacy is not going to cure stupidity. Do you agree? If you agree, put A in the chat box. That is one solid example I have given. Living example. And his ego is also very high. Ego-driven. Stupidity. Okay, thank you, Kamendranji. Only idiots refuse to change their minds. I don't need to explain. Ideology is the science of idiots. Long time back, in 1826, that means more than 200 years ago, the American president, ideology is the science of idiots. Who is the bigger idiot? The idiot or the idiot who gets fooled by the idiot? Huh? That is what is happening in the democracy. In democracy, the politicians, some politicians, they are idiots. And there are plenty of people who vote for those idiots. Now, who is the biggest idiot? Roy MCG. That guy who is an idiot, who is contesting the election, or the guys who vote for that person. Got it? Especially in Kerala, more than 3 lakh vote lead. Some people, they don't have to do anything. Yeah. You make many promises. Katakat. Promise. It's impossible. But there are people willing to believe. My dear friends, let me make this point clear. I want to make one point clear. Because sometimes people, they think that, okay, I am a Sanghi, I am a whatever. It doesn't matter whether the Prime Minister is Modi or Rahul Gandhi. For me, what matters is my mother country, India, the growth and development and accomplishment of my mother country. That is what matters for me. Infrastructure development, economic growth, that matters a lot. Security, safety. I'm going to share the fact. Between 1947 and 2014, 67 years, how many airports? Yeah, just around 70. Now in the last 12 years, the number has doubled. Oh, what is that? Oh, we are not going to fly every day, so what is the point in having? No. Foreign investment, easy access, airports, they play a big role in investment. Industry is coming to a place. And highway, road again, freeway, every day, more than 30 kilometers per day. That whoever does, whether it is Modi or Rahul Gandhi can do it, yeah, I will appreciate. Manmohan Singh, did he do that one? No. He also ruled for 10 years, that UPA. What about safety and security? Self-dependent. Our army is more confident. Look at that Operation Sindoor. Within 5 days, we were able to target and eliminate their bases. They begged for ceasefire. So that is what my mother country matters a lot for me. Whoever is doing that one, good. And I told you in the past also, my mother country, Rajiv Gandhi's contribution. These days, if some of your children or grandchildren, they are in USA or Canada or Australia, after completing their as a IT professional software engineer, that is because of Rajiv Gandhi. That is because of Rajiv Gandhi. So that is what I am. I'm preparing you. I'm going to show you some more slides, some bitter truth. This is a preemptive. I'm making sure that you won't jump to wrong conclusions. Do you know that is in December of, I think that 2021, the war in Ukraine started in February, 2 months later. He warned the West, NATO. Yeah, this is Zelensky. He wanted the membership in NATO. If they give the membership, then they can put the NATO forces in Ukraine. Ukraine is in the backyard of Russia. So tell me, will you feel comfortable? If India will feel comfortable in the backyard, in Sri Lanka, NATO forces? No. So Putin, all of them, don't go for that NATO membership. That is a security threat for Russia. He loves his country. So abandon. Otherwise, if you don't, then I will invade your country. Ignored. So there, what kind of stupidity is that one? He was made aware. Pure stupidity. What happened? Russia invaded. Now it is going to be 4 years. Now Zelensky is gasping. He wants, and again, he is ready for. What is he ready for? Ukraine willing to drop ambition. Stop this one. Old saying, Adiyam kondu puliyum kudiche, pedayam odiki. Ketille Roy MCG. And etra peran marichadu. How many the damages? Ukraine as well as Russia, but more for the Ukraine. Economy, everything. Russia, economic, nothing happened. Economy, Russia, no. Oil, by selling oil from India, to China, to other countries, yeah. And Europe, the LNG, LPG. Russia was not down. Stupidity. And then European, they also supported, they endorsed that Zelensky. America endorsed. Billions of dollars already drained. Apple iPhone, do you know the price of 17? 1,49,900. That is almost 1.5 lakhs. I will say people who buy iPhone, if they have to borrow money, they are filthy rich. If it's something like a Mukesh Ambani or Adani or somebody else, okay, or Ganesh Kumar, okay, they have a lot of money. Otherwise, an ordinary software engineer or a bank manager or a school teacher or a college student, 1.5 lakhs. That is stupidity. You know another stupidity? In the iPhone, you cannot download the songs you like from the internet. You have to buy songs through the iMusic. You have to pay for that one. Whereas an Android phone, which I have, I can download any number of songs without paying even a single penny. And the camera, people say, oh, iPhone camera, other camera also. Equally good. But it's an illusion, brand illusion, brainwash. That is stupidity. And if you accidentally forget in a restaurant, you go eat something like that and forget to take the phone and you leave it on the table, if you come back after 10 minutes, gone. Am I right, Jayachandranji? Because it has got a very good resale value. You won't get it back. Whereas the phone which I am having, Moto G, if I leave it, when I bought at that time, it was $200. iPhone used to cost here $1,000. If I leave it there, even after 3 days later, if I go there, it will still be there on the table. Once I forgot, and I went there after half an hour, not 2 days. Half an hour later, it was there. Nobody bothered to. And what is the price of a Moto G? Edge. 25,000. 1.5 lakhs, 25,000. Not even 20%. And the camera, 50 MB. The other one is the camera is 48 MB. Okay. Are you convinced? Are you convinced that that is stupidity? If you are convinced, put C in the chat box. This is stupidity, outright stupidity. One of my friend's daughter, during a conversation, she said, phone വാങ്ങിക്കാൻ പോകുന്ന അങ്കിളെ. ഏത് ഫോണാണ്? അല്ല ഐഫോണാണ്. Then I explained everything. What did she do? She went and bought the iPhone. അത് എന്താ എല്ലാവരും ഐഫോൺ വാങ്ങിക്കുന്നു? പിന്നെന്താണ് എല്ലാവരും ചൊല്ലണ് അതുപോലെ എല്ലാവരും വാങ്ങിക്കുന്നു, ഞാനും വാങ്ങിച്ചു. They won't change. Close-minded. Stupid. Am I right? That is stupid. It is not. She was made aware of that one. If an idiot were to tell you the same story every day for a year, you would end by believing it. And a typical example on EVM. അതും പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് വിശ്വസിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. കേരളത്തിലെ എന്റെ ഓൾഡ് ഫ്രണ്ട്സ് എന്റെ ഡോക്ടേഴ്സ്, പോസ്റ്റ് ഗ്രാജുവേറ്റ് ക്വാളിഫിക്കേഷൻ എല്ലാം ഉണ്ട്. അത് പിന്നെ അവർ ജയിക്കുന്നത് എന്താണ്? അവർക്ക് EVM എടുത്തൂടെ? ആഹാ. അപ്പൊ വാട്ട് അബൌട്ട് കേരളത്തിൽ എന്തുകൊണ്ട് അവർക്ക് ആ EVM ഒരു സീറ്റ് പോലും കിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ലല്ലോ? എന്തുകൊണ്ട് തമിഴ്നാട് കിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ല? വെസ്റ്റ് ബംഗാൾ പറ്റില്ല? അത് ചുമ്മാ ഒത്തു കളിക്കണം. എങ്ങനെയുണ്ട്? ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് റാഷണലൈസേഷൻ. നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞില്ല എന്താണ്? ന്യായീകരിക്കുകയാണ് പിന്നെയും. EVM ഇപ്പോഴെന്താണ്? വോട്ട് ചോരി. Ganesh Kumar, you repeat? Yes. Especially Prabhuddha Kerala. And Prabhuddha Kerala leading newspaper ഉണ്ട് ഇത് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട്, ബ്രെയിൻ വാഷ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട്. Am I right? If I am right, put R in the chat box, my dear friends. നേരത്തെ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു എന്താണ്? Is Kerala God's own country or idiot's own country? Thank you, Roger Angie. Rahul Gandhi a pappu or thinker? I told you. I don't care whether he becomes the prime minister or not, but I want to make sure that we have a person who knows what to do, how to do it. Okay? What are his accomplishments since 2004 in active politics? Can you name 5 accomplishments, things he accomplished for the country? Can you? If you cannot, put N in the chat box. If you cannot, then put N in the chat box. 5 accomplishments. Ravindranathji, no. What about 3 accomplishments? No. What about 1 accomplishment? No. Still, Kerala, Malayalam Manorama, when they conducted survey, more than 50% of the people think that Rahul Gandhi will be the best prime minister. Survey. Based on what? This is just a day for yesterday. Or yesterday, I think that. PM Modi compromised. I was silenced. LOP Gandhi in Lok Sabha. He is saying, repeatedly saying, US trade deal. Modi betrayed the farmers, agriculture. There is no deal signed. We haven't signed any deal. But this guy keeps on telling, Modi compromised, Modi compromised, Modi compromised, betrayed. He kept on telling, Chaukidar chor hai. Because there are many idiots who are ready to believe that one. Do you agree? If you agree, put a in the chat box. There are millions of idiots who are ready to believe this guy. It's a shame, this country. We need a strong opposition. I want a strong opposition in democracy. Otherwise it may become autocracy. We don't have a strong opposition. We have a bunch of jokers as opposition party. And PM Modi compromised because he entered a deal, signed a deal. Now look at this one. In 2008, UPA, Manmohan Singh is standing there. Sonia Gandhi is there. He is shaking hands, giving his hand to Xi Jinping. Did you know Congress party had signed a deal with the Chinese Communist Party to consult each other on important issues, sharing the information, national security and everything. And they are not willing to disclose. Several times we have asked, there is a case in the court also. What is that MOU? And he is saying that Modi compromised when he didn't even sign something. This guy and his mother, he was at that time General Secretary, she was the Congress Party President. Most probably they must have thought that he will become the Prime Minister. So in anticipation, Xi Jinping, they signed. I'm going to show you the next slide. I told you facts. I don't want to show anything without facts. Here is where Rahul Gandhi sitting and signing. His mother Sonia Gandhi is standing behind, and Xi Jinping. Again, this one. Are you convinced, my dear friends? Are you convinced? If you are convinced, put C, 3C. Are you convinced? I have shown you. If you are not convinced, then something really wrong. Changaduthu kaanichaalum chembarthi poo. Changaduthu kaanichaalum chembarthi poo. I have showed you the Changaduthu kaanichirikkan. Yes, thank you, Amindraji, for this. Now Kerala, God's own country or idiot's own country? Half-priced dreams, full-priced nightmares. Why are Kerala such easy prey for scamsters? Do you know recently what happened? A 28-year-old guy, Anand Krishnan, took Kerala for a ₹1,000 crore half-price ride. Half-price laptop, half-price scooter, and 40,000 people, they paid for that one, that half price. What did he do? He gave some 18,000 people. What? So that credibility. പറഞ്ഞ ശരിയാണ് കേട്ടാ, സത്യമാണ്. അയ്യോ, ആ കമ്പ്യൂട്ടറിന് 25,000 രൂപയാണ്, 12,500 കിട്ടി. Then more people will bring the money. That's called a Ponzi scheme. Okay, God's own country for stupids. Okay. His own country. Okay, thank you. Are Prabhupada Malayali stupid? Real example, digital arrest. Digital arrest. One bishop also lost nearly 13 lakhs. And many doctors lost. One of my own friends, a medical doctor, he lost 14 lakhs. Digital arrest. Very easy to. Prabhupada Malayali. Investment scams. Okay, why Raja, why? One vacha rent. Long time back. One vacha 50. Including the retired judge, High Court Judge Shashidharan Nambiar. It is in the newspaper. That's why I am sharing that information. He lost 90 lakhs. Through the WhatsApp. Okay, university will get 850% returns. So within 1 month, he transferred. Total 90 lakhs. Nambiyade nettil nalla vara varachu koduthu kuri. That is Prabuddha, stupid, greed. Earlier I told you. Greed comes, rational thinking flies through the window. Half price come, I have shown already. Motivation alone is not enough. If you have an idiot and you motivate him, now you have a motivated idiot. Do you like that quote? If you like that quote, L in the chat box. An ordinary idiot becomes an extraordinary idiot. That is my conclusion. Ordinary idiot becomes extraordinary idiot. Motivation. Okay, thank you, Ravendraji. So what is the solution? Some of you may want, how do you fix that one? Remedy for stupidity is this my own. OMICTS. What is OM? Always keep an open mind. People with a closed mind, prejudice, they don't want to hear anything different from their own. Closed mind, new information, they won't gain any wisdom, knowledge. Intellectual curiosity. What is it? Why is it like that? Intelligent questions and pursue that one. Seek in that one. Out of intelligent curiosity, idle curiosity. എങ്ങനെ ഇത്രയും വലിയ കാശൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടാക്കി ഇത്രയും വലിയ വീടൊക്കെ കൈക്കൂലി കിട്ടിക്കാണും. പിന്നെ ഗണേഷ് കുമാർ അയാൾ പിന്നെ പെണ്ണുങ്ങളുടെ പുറകെ പോയി കാണും. മറ്റേ ആ നടി ഇവരെല്ലാവരും ഉണ്ട്. ഐഡിയൽ ക്യൂരിയോസിറ്റി. നോ ഇന്റലക്ച്വൽ ക്യൂരിയോസിറ്റി. Am I right? If I am right, put R in the chat box. ഐഡിയൽ ക്യൂരിയോസിറ്റിയാണ്. ചാനൽ ചർച്ചകളെല്ലാം ഐഡിയൽ ആയിട്ടുള്ളതാണ്. വലിയ വലിയ ഇഷ്യൂസ് നാട്ടിൽ നടക്കുന്നത് ലോകത്ത് ഒരു ചർച്ചയില്ല. ഓരോ ചാനൽ ചർച്ചയും എല്ലാം ഈ ഐഡിയൽ ക്യൂരിയോസിറ്റി ഫീഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ്. താങ്ക് യു ശ്രീമാനേജി. Then thinking skills, that is the most important thing which you don't learn from the schools. I also didn't know. In a way, I was also stupid before. To some extent, not a great extent. But after I read the book on whole brain thinking skills and applying that one, no, I'm safe. Next week, placebo effect, nocebo effect. No guts, no wins. Zoom. The talk is over. How did you find this session? More than you expected? If it is more than you expected, put M in the chat box. Much more than. You might have come with some expectations. Sriman Nayarji, Sandoshi. Okay. Much more than. For your information, my dear friends, this morning I woke up around 5 o'clock, and again I got some new ideas, thoughts. Some 6 or 7 slides are brand new slides. Brand new slides. Then I got those ideas, thoughts. Okay. Thank you. Any questions or any comments? We have another 3 minutes. I'll give 3 minutes for if you want to say something or ask me something. So you can understand the amount of effort I put behind every talk. I'm trying to empower the people. I use the word empower. Don't be stupid. But it doesn't work. Some people, ഇല്ല എന്നെ തല്ലല്ലേ അമ്മാവ, ഞാൻ നന്നായില്ല, എന്നെ എത്ര പറഞ്ഞാലും ഞാൻ സ്റ്റുപ്പിഡായിട്ട് തന്നെ കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്യും കേട്ടോ, എന്നെ എത്ര പറഞ്ഞാലും ഞാൻ മാർത്ത. അതാണ് ദാറ്റ് ഗേൾ, മൈ ഫ്രണ്ട്സ് ഡോട്ടർ. അമ്മാവ പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല, ഞാൻ ഐഫോൺ തന്നെ വാങ്ങിക്കും, ഞാൻ ഒരു സ്റ്റുപ്പിഡതാണ്. And Vilashnaji and other people, Rajeshwari ji, you know the old song, more than 60 years old, Tamil movie song. Nanoru muttalunge, nalla padichavanga, 4 peru sonnange, nanoru muttalunge, another song. That is it. Wherever they are very proud about being stupid. ഞാൻ വെറും മണ്ടനാണെന്നേ. ഞാൻ മണ്ടനായിപ്പോയി, എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും? ഞാൻ മണ്ടനായിപ്പോയി, എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും? അവിടെ ന്യായീകരിക്കുകയാണ്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദേ ആർ ബോൺ സ്റ്റുപ്പിഡ്, സോ നത്തിങ് ക്യാൻ ബി ചേഞ്ച്ഡ്. ഓക്കെ. Okay. So, thank you for joining and share this video with your, at least your family members. വല്ലവരും കണ്ട് രക്ഷപ്പെട്ടു പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കൊള്ളാം. That will give more peace of mind. That's all. Good night. Let me stop the recording.